Hey folks, welcome. Here we discuss real stories by real people. Today we have the story of a guy who finds charges for a hotel on his wife's card and decides to investigate. Let's see how it goes. Story 1. I, 35 male, found 2 local hotel charges on my 35 wife's credit card. Been together 14 years, married 10. I'm going to leave her, but not sure what I should do first. More details. I've suspected her cheating for some time now. I called the hotel to find out if it was for a room or perhaps she just went to the bar there on her night out. It was for a room. Guest services stated there was another reservation in her name 3 weeks ago that was paid in cash. Both occupancies were for dates in the past. Pretty sure I would remember going to a local hotel with my wife. My issue isn't the heartache of leaving. It's that we're in financial ruin because of her. I just need to know what I should do first here. I can go to my parents, they're local, and my mother watches our 2 kids while we're both at work. My obvious goal in all of this is to retain custody of our children. How do I initiate the "what are these charges for" conversation, along with some greeting cards I have found? I have no access to her email or phone as I don't know any of her passwords. I don't want to jump the gun on this and put myself in a situation to lose my children. Please help. Just found the charges today, so I'm kind of in a panic mode right now. Edit. Let me clarify. There's no money to be taken. We're paycheck to paycheck and probably even worse off than that. I have a small 401k. I really don't care if she takes it. We have a house with possibly $40,000 in equity after commissions and fees. I'm not concerned with what's left. She can take it. I honestly don't give a shit about material things. I just want a clean break and custody of my kids. Update. I know there was a ton of advice given to me. I couldn't keep acting like nothing was wrong. I asked her about the charges. She denied them at first, but ultimately broke down and admitted to it. Long story short is, it looks like it's been going on for at least a year. My next issue here is that I'm not furious, I'm not angry, I'm sad. I didn't kick her out. I stayed calm the entire time as we have kids and I don't want to screw them up. We're being very civil with each other, but it's really hard seeing her. Of course she's begging for me to forgive her and take her back. She'll prove to me no matter what she'll change. I'm obviously extremely skeptical. Actually, I don't believe a word of it. My problem is there are moments where all I want to do is break down and hug her and say, whatever, it is what it is, let's move on. I know that sounds ridiculous. I also know that I'll never get the thoughts of what she did out of my head and I'll never trust her again. I feel like everything is a dream and it's not really happening. It's funny because before I confronted her, I spoke with someone about it and I never got emotional, never was upset, just clear-headed and knew our relationship was done. Fast forward to after D-Day and I'm sitting in front of her talking about everything and I have these salty, wet things pouring out of my eyes. Not sure what to do next, not expecting an answer from you all obviously. Just needing a forum to get my thoughts out. Thanks everyone for the previous advice, even though I don't think I took any of it. She's only sorry she got caught. If OP hadn't snooped, how long would she have continued this? I can understand if it was a drunken one-night stand, but this was a long calculated 1-year-long affair. OP is still in shock, so his reaction is completely understandable. Hopefully once the shock wears off, he'll start protecting his assets and start the custody battle. Now for some comments. It's better to let a wild shorty wild the F out. We all know what we have to lose when we make decisions. Let her go. Because at this point, she hasn't lost anything, and you've lost everything. Tell her to move out, and if the kids have questions, she has to live with the fact she broke up their home. Fight fire with fire. She wasn't sorry until you found out. She didn't want to stop until you found out. Nothing changed besides her realizing she couldn't have both of you anymore. She's only sorry she got caught, and she's hoping you're naive enough to give her another chance. A year. Every moment you thought was special for a year, she was with someone else. Story 2. I think my male 48, wife 49 hooked up with someone on her girls' weekend beach getaway. Help me out here. Here are the facts. Before she left, she asked, "You're cool with me and her girlfriend going to the beach for the weekend?" Her girlfriend has cheated on her husband multiple times, and it looks like their marriage is headed towards a divorce. I thought it was a weird question. Saturday around noon, I texted my wife who reported that her friend was trashed in the hotel room. Wife was at the pool and texting gibberish and also clearly drunk. I don't hear from my wife until I text her Sunday around noon. I asked if she was okay. She says she is. I asked why she didn't text goodnight last night. This is something we always do when one of us is traveling. She said her phone died. I looked through her phone this morning while she went for an early morning run with her girlfriend and saw that she had deleted all but the most recent messages from her girlfriend, ones about going on the run. Saw this text on her phone from a number that matches the beach she was at. "You're welcome. You're a sweetheart and my heart goes out to you. I had a blast and I'm forever grateful to have met you." To which she only responded, a crying emoticon. She clearly deleted previous exchanges. No other numbers on her phone have messages deleted, just her girlfriend and this person. I did one of those *99 reverse phone number lookup things, and it says the number belongs to a 50-ish guy that lives in the beach town she was at. So how do I move forward on this? Edit. Stomach has been in knots all day. I went by AT&T and confirmed that based on data usage, her phone was not dead for any significant time. During the time she said she couldn't text me. Found a phone call to what appears to be another cell number in a beach town she was in. Reverse lookup indicates a man's personal cell number, as opposed to a store or restaurant. Things I'm sure of. My phone died is a lie. Phone may have died at some point, but there was data exchanged all afternoon, evening, late night, all through the night. There are data pings every 2 hours generated by an app of some sort, plus other phone activity. For someone who doesn't delete texts in iMessage, her messages with her girlfriend and with mystery person are clearly deleted. Edit 2. I turned caller ID off on my phone and just called the number. Voicemail was a man talking about a local business. I went to local business's website and found the owner's name, which just happens to match another beach number I found in my wife's phone records when I pulled them up. Also, this number was listed as a contact number on the business website. So I know it's a guy. I know his name. I know they texted each other over this weekend and beyond. Confrontation in about 90 minutes when she gets back from a movie. Update. Short answer, yes, she screwed a guy twice. I really appreciate all the advice and support. I'll try to post more tomorrow. I'm gutted right now. Edit. I ended up not going with any of my plans. Just using Google, AT&T app, turning off my caller ID and just calling a couple numbers, and common sense, I was able to put together quite a bit of damning evidence. Sadly, none of it was needed. When she got home from a movie with our son and was getting ready for bed, I just said, "We need to talk about your trip." "What about it?" "I need you to tell me everything." "About how I hooked up with a guy?" She told me everything very coldly. I was totally drunk, group of us at a bar, went back to these guys' apartments, ended up alone in a room with him and had sex twice. Quotes of the night. He is fit, runs his own business, and is OCD like me. I don't know why I did it. It felt like high school again. No tears, not many sorries. She's sleeping like a baby on the other side of our cold bed inside our very dark bedroom. Now for some comments. "Aw man, I'm sorry. I was pulling for you, your marriage, to survive this incident. Sucks that people can be so damn shitty to someone they've created a life with. If you don't mind me asking, how did the confrontation go? Were you sneaky about it or just straight up ask her and present your case? Move on. Your kids are about to leave the nest, so it sounds like you're still young enough to have a fun and fulfilling life without a disrespectful succubus in it.